How's it going? Oz here. I'm back with another devlog for Lonnies Fishtank. This is a special one because I managed to actually get the build onto my Steam Deck. It's been a very exciting few days trying to fix all the bugs and stuff so that it would look somewhat good, but the intention here is to kind of like show this working in progress WIP demo to the team so that people can start checking out the build and yeah, just get a better feel for what the game is like now and kind of the direction that we want to go for the game. So I updated the title menu a little bit here, threw in like a little settings, just some sample stuff here. It was really fun to work with all this stuff, like getting all like the resolution and stuff going, doing all that cool stuff. So the Steam Deck's resolution is 1280 by 800. So I did that. Let me make sure I delete my save data so then we can start fresh and see the tutorial. Alrighty, so the text is a little small right now, but basically what it says is, welcome to Lonnies Fishtank. And so we press enter or gamepad A to continue. These are just some prompts that are placeholder until we get like the cool visuals that Lost is working on, where it shows like the interactive A button actually like being tapped when you actually press the button. So in Lonnies Fishtank, you take care of your fish and earn money as a result. But we don't have any fish right now. Dilemma. So let's use the money that we already have over to the top left here. It's like building up. And go buy some new fish. So we're going to open up the menu. So I'm going to press Y, but it's also I on the keyboard. And then I'm going to go to this indicated button here by this little green blip right now. And that's how we go to the store. So we can navigate the menu with these D-pad directional keys, but we're just going to go to the store. Awesome. So we're at our very rudimentary, very crude store. And now we're going to purchase a fish. So we can buy all sorts of items for our fish tank here. Let's check out the gachapon machine and get a new fish. So let's go down to the play gachapon button and then boom, new fish. We got Bubba. So this is Bubba here. Really nice looking scales. This is actually the new angelfish model base that Ashley was working on. So here we can see it's got some very different looking features from the goldfish, which I don't think I also haven't showed that in video yet, but we'll come across one of them in a second. So now that we got this radical fish from the machine, let's go back to the room and check it out in the tank. So continue button's highlighted down there. We just press A to continue, and then we'll say press the return to room button or the B button to return to the room. So just go back to the room. Oh, okay. I have this tutorial, so you must press this right now. That's okay though. Alrighty, so let's cycle through the fish we just bought using the D-pad. So I'll just go ahead and press the D-pad here. Alrighty, so now we got Bubba in focus. So it's time to take this fish on a walk. We're gonna open up the menu with Y, and then we can see the cool little menu. So this is from earlier devlog. I think already demonstrated this a little bit, but we will go into walk fish. So this is the last part of the tutorial. There's actually no tutorial for walk fish yet because this is a very simple scene. So what is happening here is this is actually kind of a new update as well. So I modified the walk scene so that you basically control this leash placeholder right now. It's a very goofy looking leash, but the leash will move in the direction that it is forced towards basically. So if you move the leash forward like this, it's gonna move forward, and if you move it back, it's gonna back Bubba on up in the scene. Very cool. This is kind of like the full range of the leash. So using the analog stick here, I can just range this all around. Right now Bubba's position doesn't really change, so that's definitely something to iterate on, but I thought this leash kind of mechanic was really cool for now. I think I might have shown this off in a previous devlog though. So let's go back to the previous scene and see how many fish we can throw into this tank. So now that we're here, we are free of the tutorial because we did the last one. And so I'll just go ahead and let's go to the main menu just to make sure all of our data gets loaded again. So start game, cool. So that's working okay. So I actually want to go to the store and I want to play the gachapon a few times to get some fish to populate our tank. So here we have great white, we got orca, algae bee eater. This one that name I don't get. Algae bee eater. I don't get that one. Professor. Finnegan, that's a common one. I always get a Finnegan. Mr. Ray I've seen before. Bermuda I've seen before, but not algae bee eater. Sharknado, I don't see that one too much. I wonder if this fish really looks like a Sharknado. I don't think so. Let's do a couple more times. Pacific, like the largest ocean on Earth. Not really a large fish at all. Erie, okay, it's a large lake. One of the Great Lakes, in fact. Big Mouth Billy, I see the name all the time. It's always this goldfish model that gets chosen for it too. Fish face, classic. So we can see that the different colors being indicated are the randomization points, the variation points for each of these different fish. So the angelfish and the goldfish have different fin options that can be chosen to be placed for their dorsal fin, their pectoral fin, their pelvic fins, their anal fins, their tail fins. All those different fins will get swapped out with a random combination each time we play the gachapon machine. So it's a pretty cool amount of randomization that can go on here. And I think our goal is to get maybe about 5 different fish variations here, and then from there we'll work on different scales types, different shaders, cosmetics for the fish, and yeah, colors as well. So I think we've generated a decent amount of fish. Let's see if the Steam Deck can handle all of these fish that are gonna be spawned to the scene, and I don't really feel the fan blowing that much, so yeah, no problem. And this is our very full tank right now. Can go and cycle through a variety of different fish. Bubba, who we started with. I added some slight kind of swim animation to them, so they're like kind of weaving back and forth, very slightly though. Algae bee eater, the one I didn't get. Professor. Finnegan. Mr. A. So this is kind of a wild use case. I think for the actual game we were aiming at about maybe no more than 10 or so fish per tank. So it'll look a lot more controlled, and also the names won't really take as much space in later iterations. But yeah, for now it's just a cool way to visualize this fish tank and see all the different fish that can be thrown in here. So I think that is pretty much covering most of the updates. Mostly just worked on that cool tutorial, getting this build going for the Steam Deck and fixing some controls. And I think that was mostly it. There's also the feeding option as well, so this also works on the Steam Deck. We can just come over here and toss this food into the tank. Right now there's no functionality for them to actually eat it yet, but it's still here, still in place, very much there. And yeah, this has been a good build because I haven't seen any errors pop up in the bottom left, which usually means there is a bug or an exception that I did not account for. Alrighty, I think that'll do it for this devlog.